more like out of breath, Veronica, not exercise ready. Hi, good morning. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesdays. I'm your program director, Melanie Lyons. It is so nice to see you guys here today on Wonderful Wednesdays. So, sorry, I just ran across the Jocelyn Center to make sure that I wasn't late. I was setting up our Fit After 50 class on Zoom, which is every Wednesday at 11 o'clock. So if you're interested in taking Fit After 50 Be Moved with Joni, please give me a call at the center, 760-340-3220, extension 102, and I would be glad to email you the Zoom link to get on that class. Anyways, other than that, we're still taking signups or interest list for art class. I've had an overwhelming response, and I'm very excited to say that. We also are going to be having our self-defense class. That is virtual and it's free as well. And I really highly encourage you guys to check it out. Andy Sheldon has been doing private security for 30 years. And I was very fortunate to have him at my previous center to show the seniors what to do in case there was a issue that was encountered in public. And nowadays, you just don't know if there is going to be any encounters that you have. It's very scary as an older person to think that somebody would ever try to cause any harm. But there are people out there like that, and we want to get you prepared just in case there is a moment like that that you have to encounter. Hopefully not. Other than that, I'm going to give you over to Veronica this morning, and she will help you stretch and get ready for this wonderful Wednesday. So it's great seeing you guys, and Veronica, take it away. I'll put my mask back on.
Okay, I'm bringing in my equipment. Good morning. I'm bringing in a chair to have nearby. Hi, everyone. Oh, I got my mask now and put it in my pocket. Good morning. Okay. If you have been sitting most of the morning, or if you've been standing most of the morning, whatever you've been doing, now we're just going to relax into some gentle movement and some gentle stretches. I have the chair to do some stretching after we just do a little warm up. So let's just step side to side, get our body moving. Here we go. And maybe you have some music on where you are. Just something with a kind of a moderate tempo. Stepping side to side, and focus on where we are right now. Right now we're just stepping side to side. You might have your arms pumping gently. And relax your body. Relax those facial muscles. Just relax. And breathe. Start to feel centered and focused. All right. Now we're going to bring in a hamstring curl. So we're still stepping from one side to the other. Hamstring curl, hamstring curl. Go at your own pace. I'm going to turn to the side to show you. So we are shifting our weight, hamstring curl, shifting our weight, hamstring curl. Hamstring muscles are the back of the upper thigh, or back of the thigh. Squeeze. As you squeeze those muscles, you're also going to squeeze your glutes. So we're warming up and doing a little stretching because this contraction in the rear is actually stretching the muscles in the front. Just very gently. Let's pull back into a rowing. Rowing. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. Rowing. Pull back, and you can see you're pulling your shoulder blades together as you're pulling the arms back, and the shoulder blades pull together in the back. but your shoulders just stay down, right? So no crunching or anything like that. Pull back. Get a nice long neck. Little squeeze in your abdominal muscles as you're shifting your weight back and forth. But think about elongating your body. Elongating from here up. Okay, in fact, we can do that. Push up, push up, push up. Now let's bring the knees up in front. Is your body giving you any feedback? For example, do you feel anything in your lower back? Did you feel anything when we were doing our hamstring curls? And these can be positive things you're feeling too, not just negative things. So just take note of where your body is. Now let's march. And again, we're doing a gentle warm-up and a gentle stretching. So when you're doing stretching, and if you haven't been mobile, and maybe you've been seated or even just standing still, you want to just don't jump into doing some stretching. Warm up your muscles a little bit. Get your blood flowing a little bit. And then as you proceed to do some stretching, remember you always relax into your stretching. Okay, so feet are hip width apart. We're going to start by stretching up the body. Remember I mentioned about elongating? So just take one arm and push up. Keep the shoulder down. Okay, and you're going to reach up and feel that stretch. Start down here and go up. So your shoulder stays down and reach up from here. So reach up. You're inhaling and exhaling as you relax into that reach. Good. Okay. Switch to the other side. As you exhale up, reach up and feel that stretch starting from here and going up. Just relax. Your legs are relaxed, just a little bend in your knees. Reaching up. You're actually reaching. Good. Let's bring both arms up. Exhale up. So your shoulders stay down. You don't want to do this. You want to do this, okay? And we're just going to gently reach side to side. Just a little bit of reach. If you could just about touch the ceiling. Feel the reach on either side. The opposite heel of where you're reaching may come off the floor. That's fine. Your feet can stay flat on the floor too. That's fine, as long as you just pay attention to where you're feeling the elongation in here. Now we're going to bring these arms down and we're going to push out with a little bit of a twist in the spine, just a little bit. So this is no twist in the spine. This is a little twist, so that shoulder comes front just a little bit. And push out and push out. So you feel a little stretch in the back. So as I'm reaching forward, I'm actually stretching right here. Just reach forward. Nice stretch at your shoulders, right here. Little twist. Good. Okay, now bring your hands behind you, either on your hips or together. You can interlace your fingers and drop your hands behind you, or you can keep your hands on your hips, but you want to drop those shoulders back and you're going to open up the chest. Inhale and exhale. Just relax into that stretch. Have a nice open chest. Make lots of room for your lungs to expand while you do your breathing. And we're going to counteract that forward motion as we're on our computers, or sometimes when we're walking, we're looking down, whatever, but we want to open back up. There. Now from here you can see the world. Reach back. Okay, good. All right. Now, a wider stance, feet further apart, and we're going to sit back and lean to one side. We're not going down very far, but we're feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh of the straight leg. Okay. And just take a few breaths and relax. Okay, come up, inhale as you transition to the other side, and you're sitting back. And feel the stretch on the straight leg inner thigh muscles, and relax into it. There's a tiny bit of movement every time you're stretching, so we don't want to be really rigid and hold a stretch and then pull that stretch. It's like a little tiny bit of a bounce, a little bit. Just a nudge. Relax. Feel that stretch. Let's do it again on the first side. Sitting back. I'll show you from the side what I mean by sitting back. So we're not just going straight. We're actually going to reach back a little bit, like we're going into a squat. And why, you may ask? Because we want to keep the knee behind your toe. We don't want to send any force into the knee by sending it over the toe. Okay, so all the work stays behind you while we relax into the stretch on the opposite leg. Just relax. Okay, other side, inhale, and then exhale as you transition to the other side, sitting back into that stretch. Relaxing in the back here and feeling the stretch here. Good. Okay. That's real good. Okay, let's come back up. Now, if you have a chair handy or a countertop, we're going to stretch the quadricep muscles very gently. So we have some options here. You can hold the foot up at the ankle behind you. Now, I'm just holding my leg. I'm not actually squeezing into a stretch yet. So if that's comfortable, you want to go ahead and I'm going to push my leg down into my hand, and it's going to force my pelvis forward just a little bit. So we're going to get a stretch in the quadricep muscles and up here in your hip flexor muscles. There's lots of hip flexor muscles here. Stretching those very gently. So just hold that again, just like almost an imperceptible movement in your stretch. So you're not rigid. You're just a little bit of a movement as you're holding it. Now, if this holding up the leg doesn't feel like an option for you, maybe you have pants on, you can grab onto your pant leg. Or if you have a belt or one of those elastic bands, you can put it on your ankle and hold up. And if you are feeling really tight, be very careful. But you can also put your toe on the floor and then sweep your thigh forward. Sweep your hip forward. And I am getting a stretch in my quadriceps and in my hip flexor, so you can do this too. Or instead. So always do whatever feels right for today. All right, so let's switch legs. I'm going to turn this around so my front leg is the one that's showing. I'm going to hold my leg up. I'm going to push into my hand with this foot. I'm going to kick down, and that's going to bring my hip forward, get a little stretch there, and also getting the stretch in the quadricep muscles. And relax into that stretch. Always take your time. And if you feel like you don't have time to stretch, then choose something to stretch rather than rushing through a bunch of stretches, because that is, you might rush through, and haste makes waste, and we got to be careful with our bodies. So just choose something. For example, here's a good stretch. Again, countertop or chair. I'm moving it forward because I'm going to step back with straight legs. I'm going to hinge at the hips so your back stays straight. You're going to hinge at the hips. Legs are straight, your knees are not locked. Straight arms come onto your countertop or your chair. I'm gonna push forward. Now here's where you want to relax. Remember, just a little bend in the knees. So you're hinging right here at the hips. Literally just relax into it. If your back's a little curved, if your back's a little, shouldn't really be arched. We don't want to force it either way. Never force it into an arch. Everyone's flexibility is different. Just relax into it. As long as you're hinging at the hips, you're bending here and you're not bending in your back. Okay, we're getting everything in the back of the legs right, and it gets me ready to curve my back up. And we got one more little stretch here. And we're going to rotate our shoulders and use your shoulders to do the rotation. And we'll start with the shoulders, and then we're going to involve the elbows and the wrists. So I'm turning to the side to show you, you're trying to like draw a circle with your shoulder, okay, with your deltoid. And really make a big circle. Okay, now let's get your elbows in more. So shoulder joints, our elbow joints are getting nice circular motion. We're just about done. Now we're gonna get our wrist involved, like you're swimming or you're flying, swimming, flying. Everything's in a circular motion. Let's go forward there with everything. Okay, so you get all those 3 joints. 1, 2, 3 on each side. That's 6 joints. And that's really good to do. And let's finish today by shoulders up, back, and down, and relax. And we are feeling great. Thank you so much for joining today. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
Well, that is our show, folks. So thank you very much for tuning in to Wonderful Wednesdays. I'm Melanie Lyons, the new program director. I look forward to meeting you all very soon. Stay tuned.